Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your general love relationship reading for the second half of October. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it cannot and will not resonate with everyone. So take what does resonate and leave the rest behind. Feel free to switch roles if you need to, so that it applies to your situation. Also, don't get caught up on the gender of the cards. Nothing is gender specific. And another thing to keep in mind is time is fluid. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. This is an interesting spread I got going here, so I'm excited to kind of dig in. So Aries, over here on your side, this is your side and your person's side. I have this situation, what's crossing the situation, and the outcome and some messages of advice. So let's go ahead and start with you on your side. You have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So what I'm getting is someone is having doubts about something. And if this is you, then this is definitely coming up. Perhaps you're having doubts about the direction that this relationship is going in, or this connection, or doubts if it's ever going to progress or move forward. I am seeing a lot of indecisiveness going on, and for me, I could see how that indecisiveness will create this feeling of doubt, whether it's for you or your person. But this is, Spirit is telling you that you need to have faith that things are happening. Perhaps they're happening very slowly, almost to the point where it looks like there's no progression at all, but have faith that it will come to fruition, whatever is going on. Because I do believe that you are dealing with a soulmate. You have the Six of Cups clarifying this. Have faith and trust your faith in this situation. So I do think with the Six of Cups, this represents a past life connection, a soulmate. And there's other cards here on the table that are making me strongly believe that whoever this person is that you're connecting with is a soulmate, someone that you have a deep soul connection to, a deep soul tie to. And perhaps that's making you fearful. Perhaps that's bringing up some insecurities, and it's making you kind of unpack some of your own baggage and work through some stuff so that you can match this person where they're at, or maybe they're having to do this and you guys are trying to work through some stuff. But with the Six of Cups here, I do feel like this is a soulmate. You also have the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles, this could represent an offer of stability, and it might be a very small offer. Perhaps this is you trying to make this offer, and not so much your other person, or it could be vice versa. But I do get the feeling that this is you wanting to make this small offer of stability and longevity, something that can have a long-term kind of resolution to it. So I really do feeling that you're struggling with having faith in this situation. You're having doubts. You're wondering if it's ever going to move forward. And I think this is you wanting to make this offer, or perhaps you have made this small offer and are not having faith that this person is going to accept this offer. Because you do have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups represents some sort of withdrawal, or moving forward, leaving something behind that is no longer serving you. So perhaps you've had to do this, or your person is doing this, or this is something that you're concerned about, that if you make this offer to your person, that they're not going to accept it and they're going to just walk away. Because after the Eight of Cups, you have the Five of Cups, which does represent loss and grief. But I also see it as a card of hope and just having to shift your perspective, to no longer focus on these three cups and what you've lost and what's no longer existing here, and see that you still have these two cups back here. You still have something going for you. So I think that's what you're having to have faith in. You're having to have faith that not everything is lost. Not all is lost in this situation. There's still something there. After that, you have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, which represents moving forward. It does represent forward movement towards calmer water, towards greener pastures. I do think this is moving towards, moving in a direction that is more suited to you and what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you're desiring and needing. So I see this as a card of positivity. There is going to be change. There is going to be a transition, but it's going to be all in your favor, all to benefit you, all for your highest good. So I do think that you're having to shift your perspective and move forward in this new direction. And this new direction is bringing the Ace of Wands. This is a passionate new beginning, a creative, passionate new start with this person. The Ace of Wands, I mean, this is fire energy. You're definitely, coming through with a passion here on this offer. Perhaps it's a small offer for a new beginning to kind of clean the slate and start over. For your person, they have I love you. And they have love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Aries, this is so beautiful. There is love here. And I do feel like that's part of the struggle, is perhaps you and this person recognize that there is such a deep, loving connection here, but I almost get this feeling that you don't know how to navigate it. It's almost like this hasn't been, Aries, I feel like this love that is present in this connection has not been communicated. And I think that's what's kind of keeping this hung up, is that this hasn't been communicated and no one knows where the other person is standing right now. And they're just trying to go with the flow and almost seem a little bit detached because they're fearful of coming forward with this strong emotion. But not coming forward with this strong emotion is in fact what's holding this connection up. And I think your person is starting to lose faith in this as well. Like, oh my gosh, I feel this. Is it just me? Is this just in my head? Does Aries feel this at all? And I think what Spirit is trying to tell both of you is to have faith. I mean, there's a common thread between these two cards. Both you and your person need to have faith in this situation. And just allow this to unfold. Your person has the Two of Swords. This represents indecision. This is a stalemate card. This is almost not knowing what to do. Either not wanting to make a move or choosing not to see a certain resolution to this. But someone isn't wanting to make a decision. She's also guarding her heart. So perhaps your person is feeling very guarded. I mean, look at her, her heart chakra is completely blocked. So, which is interesting because there is love here. There is love here. So I think your person is fearful that this love might be unrequited, not reciprocated. And so they're kind of, okay, I need to put my guard up. I need to defend myself and block myself so I don't get hurt by Aries. Person has the King of Swords. This is the King of Swords is very intellectual. They are very head over heart, very logical, sometimes to the point of being detached. I feel like this is what your person is struggling with right now, is that they're not wanting to tap into their emotions. They are choosing to have a more logical approach in order to protect themselves. I almost get this sense of fear, almost with opening up. I think your person knows that there is love here. They can feel it, and for some reason they're scared. And honestly, I do think that they're scared because of you. And I'll explain that, but the Knight of Wands is here too, which is kind of like a player in and out type of energy. And so I almost get this sense that your person is fearful that that's who you are and that's who they're dealing with, and that if they don't protect themselves and think logically about this, they're going to put themselves in a situation where they can get hurt, very hurt. And they're trying to balance it out. They have Temperance. They're trying to balance it out, balance out their emotions, and they're trying to have patience and really trying to let this unfold, but at the same time trying to control it, because the King of Swords can be controlling as well. So I almost get the sense of a controlled patience, like they're allowing themselves to let this just kind of unfold naturally, but at the same time they're completely putting their guard up. But they're trying to create balance between their heart and their mind, and they're trying to use their intuition. They have the High Priestess. They're very much trying to rely on their intuition, connect to Source to guide them through this situation, because they're losing faith and not really sure of what the outcome's going to be. So yeah, I feel like they're really, really trying to tap into their intuition right now. This could also, represent secrets. So this could be the secret of how intense their emotions are for you, how passionately they feel about you. But I do think that right now, because I get this feeling that the emotions that both of you feel for one another is not being communicated at this time. And so your person is trying to tap into their intuition to figure out if it's a mutual love that they're feeling, if it's being reciprocated. They have the Queen of Swords. This, to me, regardless of the fact that you are a fire sign and this is air sign, this, to me, when we have a king and a queen of the same suit, represents a soulmate. So you had the Six of Cups, which to me is a soulmate card, and then both the King and the Queen of Swords popped up on your person's side. So I do think that this is a soulmate that you're dealing with, and I think that is something that you guys are figuring out individually. You're realizing this. Maybe the more time you're spending together, the more you're realizing, oh my goodness, this is a soulmate. And perhaps it's kind of scaring you because you don't know how to navigate this. I do think that you're dealing, oh, it's so beautiful and so sad. They have a 5 of Swords. This can indicate some sort of betrayal. I do think that something happened here that made your person feel like they couldn't trust you, or that there was some sort of betrayal of their love, of their commitment. And this, I think, is why they're being very indecisive and blocked off. Your situation, you have the Tower, so something definitely happened here. But the Tower, it's not so bad. The Tower is divine coming in. It's like divine intervention coming in and creating this Tower moment to crumble this so that you have the opportunity to rebuild it on a solid foundation. It's a moment for things to become realigned. And I think that's what is happening. There is going to be, or there has been, a Tower moment. And it's actually going to give you guys an opportunity to get back on the same page and rebuild this from the ground up, coming from the same place. Yeah. What's crossing this Tower moment? You have the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups represents clarity and insight. She's also very confident. So the fact that this is crossing the Tower, I feel like someone is almost lacking or questioning their confidence in the clarity that they have of this situation. They're almost doubting themselves. I'm reading this as doubting because this does represent confidence and clarity. And the fact that it's crossing this makes me think that someone is feeling very insecure about this right now. Or something happened that's making this person just feel insecure in general. You know, maybe someone said something or did something and someone got their feelings hurt. Yeah. In your outcome, you have the Knight of Wands. You have the 7 of Wands. And you have Death. So again, the Knight of Wands represents this is a very passionate knight. He moves with determination towards what he wants, but he's also very flighty. He's in and out. So perhaps there was this kind of playboy energy that someone was picking up. Someone was wondering, am I dealing with a player? And I think that someone is defending themselves against that. Aries, I'm going to be honest, I do feel like this is you. Perhaps because you haven't communicated emotions, and maybe you haven't been emotionally available in this connection, and so now your person is having doubts and they are questioning the legitimacy of this offer. And perhaps what you're having to do, you're feeling defensive right now. This represents having to defend yourself, or some sort of competition, feeling guarded. But I do think that you're having to defend yourself against, this player energy. No, this isn't me. No, I've changed, I've grown, I recognize who you are to me, and I want to move forward. This isn't me. I've changed. I've transformed. This connection has transformed me. That's what the Death card represents, is a transformation. the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, a fresh new start. And I feel like, Aries, this is happening within you. I really do. I did pull some more cards to clarify this Tower moment. And again, we got the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So I really am feeling like this Tower moment has to do with someone trying to be very logical about this, being very head over heart. The Page of Wands, is very, I don't know how, I don't want to say immature, but they're very passionate. They have a youthful energy to them, very impulsive type of energy. And I almost feel like this person is questioning your maturity in this, and they're trying to think very logically, and they're trying to have balance, trying to balance this out, trying to figure out, you know, what's actually going on here. So that's what I think this Tower moment is someone getting too caught up in their head, trying to almost, I'm feeling like this feeling of analysis paralysis. You definitely could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, because you have the King and Queen of Swords over here, you have the Two of Swords, you have the Five of Swords, you have the King of Swords up here. So there's a lot of air energy and there's a lot of fire energy. So, I mean, you could be dealing with an air sign, but I do feel like, you know, with the air signs, they're very much in their head. So it could be definitely one of those analysis paralysis. Your messages of advice, a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is having to make a decision. So someone has to make a decision on this. And I feel like it's your person. Again, this is full moon in Libra, so you definitely could be dealing with an air sign, Libra. But regardless, this is about balance. It's about making a decision. And believe in the impossible. Card of Blue Moon. What's that saying? Once in a blue moon. So I feel like this, whatever opportunity you and your person have to kind of get on the same page, it's almost as if it's now or never. You know, this is only going to be available once. So it's like someone has to make a decision and take action and move forward, because it's almost like this isn't going to come around again. You also have, look at the bigger picture. A lot of full moon. I mean, I am recording this, you know, the day of the full moon, so definitely could be picking up on that energy, which full moon in Aries is about taking action. So I really do think that someone has to make a decision here. They have to step back, look at the bigger picture, because when we're so close to something, that's all we see. It's when we take a step back that we're able to take in the surroundings and see how what it is in relation to everything else, and it gives us more clarity. So I do think that someone is having to take a step back to gain clarity, to make this decision, because this is only going to be like a once in a lifetime opportunity right here with this person. I do feel that. Oh, Aries, Aries, Aries. I do want to point out at the bottom of the deck here, the clarifying deck, you have the Four of Cups. This to me can represent discontentment and boredom, but I do think it's almost a fear of rejection. Someone is fearful of something being rejected, this cup of love, this offer of love, this opening up of emotion. And you also have on the bottom of this deck the Queen of Cups. So I do think someone here is trying to manifest a deeper emotional connection. And someone else, or maybe this person who's trying to manifest this, is fearful of it being rejected if they come forward with this emotion. Man. What an interesting reading. Aries, if this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, comment. I would appreciate the support. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.